Hi everybody, Army P here for eXplorminate, and welcome back to my ongoing Let's Play of Surviving Mars Episode 2. So, here we are. We've survived at least the first couple days on Mars, and we have become very starved for certain minerals. Unfortunately, we haven't found anything when it comes to metals that is going to help us. So this one thing I like about this game is it doesn't seem to throw everything out. You always have to have one resource that you need more than any other resource. And then you play another game where you think, oh my god, I'm going to take this particular resource and I'll have a great time, and then you'll be lacking water or concrete. It's always one. In this particular game, we seem to be lacking anything around us. It's metal or water. But what we have done is found this one water deposit, and it's got 11,700 water in it of grade quality average. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our nice little RC transport unit, and we're going to build a tiny little outpost where we're going to transport water over to where eventually our dome will be, including what we're going to do for rocket fuel. So to do that, we are going to go to our storage area and make a universal deposit right here. So this is where the metal and everything is going to take us. We're going to take our RC unit, and oh no, he's only got a capacity of 12, so he should be good to go. And what we're going to do is we're going to start transporting universal products, concrete and metal mostly, into this location. And we're going to use our mobile probes from our RC rover to build it, and then build a pipeline over to what will eventually be over in this area where we put oxygen. The only problem is, of course, a pump needs energy. So it'll be a little bit of a process as we start to transport minerals over to here. And I think I'm going to get him charged up in the meantime. Building's not working. Why aren't you working? Oops. Waste storage is full. Why aren't you? Where's my little probes? Typically the probes would do that instantaneously. Oh, there's no drones on this one. Whoops. Lovely. I thought that this ship, the eXplorminate, had its own drones. It does not. That is a pain in the bottom. Oh well, it's okay. It's not like we can build anything in the meantime. Now remember I was telling you about how you needed to build these dumping sites? You can see here that it's created all this, like, basically this, if you can look at it, this is all waste rock that we've created from our extractor. If we don't clear that, that's it. It's kind of like it forces you to have probes everywhere. There's lots of different ways to acquire more probes and control more probes, so that's not necessarily a problem. Okay. First thing we're going to do is we're going to charge our unit. So you can see here the drones come out and they start extracting everything and putting it back. So once our unit's actually good to go, oh, it's actually moving and extracting metal there. I didn't even notice he could do that. Okay. Perfect. So you can see here is the two dumping sites are good to go. Okay, so that is done. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the metals from our RC transport and put it on this universal location so he has something to work with. Then what we'll do is we'll take concrete and do the exact same thing and bring concrete over there. It's kind of creating like a little bit of a centralized hub. I am curious. Can you, where are you going? No, I don't want that.
Sector scanned.
Oh. Oh, wow. Look. Oh, my God. Remember I was saying, you've always got one resource that's not better than the others. Well, guess what? We just found the absolute Motherlode. This is insane. That is absolutely insane. I've never seen that much water ever before, ever. That's just impressive. Okay, we've got our drones. They've cleared up everything. That's good to go. That is incredible. Okay, so we're going to take load resources. We're going to load some concrete. Yeah. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring some concrete over to this universal. We're going to take our RC unit over here so the drones will deploy, and we're actually going to build this could feed this here. If it gives you an indication of where we're at and what this means, this could power Or this could provide water for 5 domes. Like, it's a ridiculous amount of water. Like, I've never seen this much water before, ever. It's going to be nothing. And all we can, best part is, as long as we have one, this is maintained, and we'll show you how we're going to be able to maintain it later. We can start putting the pipeline over to here next to where our dome is going to be, and then start making rocket fuel, etc., etc. All right. Okay, so charge up, please. So we've got lots of metal going on. Our extractor's
Sector
going.
scanned.
Ooh, we found 2 anomalies. That's good. Oh, and they're nice and close. Repairs drones and anomalies. Okay, we're going to send that to anomaly. Good to go. And our RC unit's going to take our extractor over here. Yes, please. Perfect. Won't be too much longer until we should have enough to at least get power started. Because as soon as we get power started, I have an idea. And I don't know if it's going to work. I'll just check right now. Yes. So I will explain what a drone hub is after we get some power set up first. Okay, in the meantime, I'm going to get you to fire up. That's good. Discharging 1. Okay, so it doesn't look like we have enough power generation to kind of get everything going. So something to be considered in the future. We should probably build some more. Okay, so you're charged up. There's no reason for us to...
Though initially fruitless,
What's this?
we recalibrated the operating spectrum for our scans, and voila.
What? We found another large deposit of water. Where? All right beside our base. Now, this is going to change my plans entirely. Look how close that water is. And it's got 20,000. Okay, so here we go. We're going to try something a little bit different, but unfortunately it makes no sense now. So my initial plan was to make like a secondary small base here, but considering we've got water so close, there is absolutely no reason why we should even bother with that. God bless anomalies. All right, you should have that. So I'm actually going to completely change gears here. Now, is there any reason why yeah, there's just no reason why we shouldn't be able to. The only issue is that you can see this little RC unit, or this rover, sorry. He has to be able to, okay, see how our 2 storage areas has to be in that reticule, and it has to be able to do that. So and be able to work on this. So without further ado, we're going to kind of reshift our gears. We're going to make a water extractor. We'll put it there. Perfect. And what we're going to do here is we're going to redistribute our equipment. Load resources back here, please.
Sector scanned. Select a sector to scan.
Okay,
Breakthrough discovered.
Oh, we got superior cables. What's superior cables? Superior cables. Instant and free power cable construction. Power cables do not suffer from power faults. Oh, that's huge. That's one of the game problems, without a shadow of a doubt, is that power cables constantly need maintenance. So do pipes. So having that is a huge benefit, especially because we're going to be putting thousands and thousands of feet of cable down. Okay, so why not continue on with our scans? We still haven't found metal yet, which is a bit disconcerting, but not the end of the world. Okay, load resources. Where do I want to load resources? What's going on here? Let's see what we got here. Is he full? Yeah, he's full. So we're going to unload our resources. Okay, so it looks like they're building our water extractor, which is good because we need to make rocket fuel. How are we doing for power generation? It seems pretty good. I think that we're going to build a couple more. Actually, you know what we're going to do?
Research complete.
Automated sensors. Okay, we don't need to go there because we already know that the sensor now doesn't provide or doesn't do any power, which is good. Do we have anything else over here? Yeah, we have some metals. Okay, we'll grab that. Now you can see this little icon here, this little guy here. What that's telling me is, hey, that my drones can't come over here for some reason. They're not this piece of storage cannot be reached by my drones, because drones use all the work. That's important. So it's important that you kind of have all these things kind of squared away a little bit. Placement of your entire base within drone working range is actually very, very important. Okay, so I'm going to build 2 more turbines just to make sure we're up and coming. We got lots of concrete, so we should be good to go. And make sure our power.
Scanned.
Found some stuff. That's good. And the water extractor is going to be working. Okay, so it's another one of those situations where the water extractor should be good to go, but we're going to build some. Oops, that should be good to go. We're going to build some power cables. Making sure that it's within that range. That's also good. What's this here? That's weird. I don't remember putting that down. Oh, it's because he just put it down for the time being. Ah, I gotcha. Okay. It's actually not a location. It's just showing it where it's supposed to be going. Okay, so what we're going to do is we should have our water pretty close, and then we can sort of set up not only our water, but our oxygen as well. Now, to make things a little bit faster, I think what we're going to do is we're going to drop our prefabbed drone hub. Now, there's going to be infrastructures that you're going to be able to buy them prefab, which basically means they're already built for you, and you can bring them back from Earth. This is a situation where, as if I had the proper research, I should be able to do it no problem. But because I don't, I've bought it from Earth as a drone hub. A drone hub, basically, that seems like a really good location, is going to provide not only drones, but they control the drones, so we don't need this mighty little RC unit anymore. So we're going to take that drone hub, put down our power cables, and as soon as that occurs, what's going to happen is it's going to show this huge reticule of where I can work, and it'll launch. I believe it's six to 8 drones, depending on the difficulty. I've played it on a couple difficulties where you start off with different drones at different sizes, and this is going to increase the efficiency, so we can start working more closely and faster. Okay, drop off your metals, sir. How's our metal situation? Looks like it's actually pretty good. That's still the one thing that's kind of worrying me a little bit. Whoops. Unload. Here we go. Is that we don't have a lot right now when it comes to metals. And metals is something that's one of those things that it's great that you can extract it from the Earth surface of Mars, but you're going to need it later on to build so many things and to maintain things. Okay, you can see here are... How many probes do we get? So we got 4 probes. And you can see here that's heavy. So now this is going to be working in conjunction with my rover as a drone, and now I've got a total of 8 drones all working together. So I should be able to start building very quickly these extra windmills, and I should be having lots of power. Yeah, so I've almost got double, 26.4 watts versus a 13 demand, and we've got some storage power. So it means we're going to have water. So if we're going to have water, what we're going to do is we're going to make this location where we... Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. And we're probably going to change the rocket's location. So this is going to be the location that we build most of our water and oxygen. So we need those 2 to make fuel. That's probably where we started off at the beginning of this. So first things first is I'm going to build a water tower just for reserve. I'm going to build a Moxie, and a Moxie is where we build oxygen. We'll get those 2 built. And then we're going to use the pipeline system. And the pipeline system is actually very cool. I love this. So you can see here that these icons here. you can build on any one of these locations. And another thing I've learned, and this was a new mistake I made, is that these pipes do both oxygen and water. They're split in the middle somewhere, so you can use them for both. You don't need a separate one for each one. So I build here. Let's come out right here and there. It looks like my oxygen's being built, which is good. It says I need power. That's fine. Let's get some power for that oxygen. I'm going to build a oxygen tank. Okay, so the pipes are automatically built. You can see here it looks fine and dandy, like sour candy. The oxygen can be brought
Sector scanned.
to...
Anomaly found.
Ooh, an anomaly and lots of metals. That's always good. So what we can do is we can bring our pipe from this location to that location, and then again from this location to that location. And guess what? We're in good shape. We've built oxygen and we built water. And together we're going to be able to build rocket fuel. So let's see where this anomaly is. Ooh, is that far away from the map? Ooh, that is quite the trek. I don't know if we're going to have enough battery juice for that. First things first, let's see if we can get this RC unit running good and hot and heavy. And where is our... We're going to have to start sending him out because I don't think that we've got we've got 71 metals, which isn't terrible, but we've got 116. Power shortage is a little low. Oh, should be good to go. Okay, so now we've got oxygen up and running, and it says we've got nothing. That's just because the tank's not up and running. As soon as the oxygen tank can start feeding it, but it's just that easy. It's just, I find that building in this game is just incredibly easy. Like look how much I built. Now that I've done these two basic things, I have to build fuel. Fuel is very, very important. It actually uses fuel in conjunction to build several different things. I believe that you need it to build polymers later on. So you need some basic resources to build, and then other basic resources to be built from those synthetic resources to make these advanced minerals. As it stands right now, we've got lots of water, which is great. We're probably pretty close to filling our water tower. Oxygen, two of the basic things we need as human beings to live anywhere. Now what we should do is be building our fuel. A fuel refinery. Let's build it right about here. As soon as we got fuel, we can kind of start to get rid of our rockets. I can start sending them back up and down. Building's not working. Okay. Let's get a little bit of power. It's just that easy. It's just that easy. I'm really enjoying it because there are sometimes when you have some games where building can be a little bit treacherous, especially in a 3D environment. But these developers have done a great job. I don't like. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put a storage unit down for some fuel right here. And once we launch our rocket, what we're going to do is we're probably going to bring the rocket back to over here this time, because you don't have the landing pad's different for each one, so it's fine. So we've kind of started off in not too bad shape. We've got everything that we need. We've got a good amount of water. I can't wait to get this bad boy going. Like, oh, it looks like we brought a ton of metal here. Okay, load those resources, please. I think that the only thing I'm going to work on a little bit more is, of course, our power generation, because I think we are a little bit on the low side. And our RC unit, we'll see if we can't get him all the way to build this, to check out this anomaly. Lots of concrete, lots of metals, lots of machine parts. I think we're going to build some more here, definitely. We're going to, well, we could build a Stirling generator. I just don't like the maintenance of being a polymer. That's the thing. You can build all this infrastructure, but the maintenance ends up being something that you have to kind of consider in your head, because maintenance is quite high, and it can diminish over time. But when it comes to Mars, if you've got a lot of infrastructure that has advanced minerals as some of their upkeep, it can be quite disastrous for you later on. So I think I'm going to build 2 more wind towers, or sorry, wind turbines, and I'll build a couple more solar panels. I always build the larger one. I just don't see the difference. It's just smaller solar panels don't seem to be worth it. Okay. So you can see here we go. Our fuel generation, we are creating a fuel predicted at 12 fuel per day. Looks like everybody else, we've got enough oxygen and enough water. Hourly production. Wow, these things, boy, it is so important.
Our composition of the debris collected from the anomaly site has proven to be an uncrackable riddle for our science team.
Ooh, interesting. It looks like we found some debris that cannot be explained. Effect, a genius applicant is available on Earth. Okay, so although in this episode we will not be able to bring our first colonist to Mars, what happens is you don't get to pick and choose from the best of the best and whatever you want. You can ask to have certain applications of colonists. I'll get to this in a future Let's Play, but the highs and lows of it basically is that you have this pool of people that are willing to go to Mars and live there. And out of that pool, they all have different quirks, traits and quirks and jobs. Having a genius applicant's awesome because that way they'll come down and once we build a science building that increases our beakers per day, they'll be extra good at their job. So it's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. Nothing like a good puzzle, he says. All right. Okay, it looks like we just have to hook up our... La, da, da.
Sector scanned. Anomaly found.
Ooh, we found another anomaly. I don't think we're ready quite yet because I probably have to take him back. Oh no, it's right beside him. Sweet. Perfect. And you should be picking up our metals from our that will be a future outpost where there's no doubt about it. Unload resources, please. Perfect. So I think what we're going to do is I'm just going to play this game off screen because as it stands right now, I don't intend to do really anything until I start building up some more resources and I start getting my rocket ready for launch. Because our next feature will be, of course, to build our first dome, which will be getting everything ready. But the problem with building a dome, oh look, we finally got some metals. Wow, that's far. Very high grade metals. We can't, unfortunately, we can't build our dome until we've got some type of resource of metal.
Anomaly analyzed.
New text available
There's
for
more
research.
to the barren environs of the red planet than meets the eye. A veritable treasure trove of undiscovered knowledge and wonder. So long as you know where to look.
Okay, so sometimes the anomalies give us new techs available to research. We got transport optimization, which increases the capacity of your rocket ship's cargo space, and subsurface heating. Sometimes we'll have cold snaps here on Mars, and you have to build a heater for your crops and for your colonists. So both of those are now available. Oh no, we got them. Perfect. Did we get them? No, so they're just available. We haven't actually got them yet. Anyway. Okay, so what I'm going to have to do is probably off camera as we wrap up this episode is figure out what I'm going to do for metals, because I'm probably going to allow the probe to kind of dictate this, but we definitely want to build a colonist location somewhere where we have an amount of metals, or it's going to be very costly for us to constantly be bringing metals down to our location, right? So we're going to have to figure that out. It'll be a challenge up ahead. We are definitely slighted a little bit on metals. So I will play off camera. We'll get our rocket ship fueled up and we'll see what our options are. So this has been Army P for eXplorminate, and I'll see you surviving colonists in the next episode.